The final award today is the 2024 Lester E. Hosto Distinguished Service Award. It is presented to an individual whose contributions to NABP and the protection of public health have significantly furthered the goals and objectives of the association. This award is the highest honor bestowed by NABP. This year, the award is presented to Kari from South Dakota for her strong commitment to protecting public health and significant involvement with NABP. Everyone, please welcome Kari as she accepts the 2024 Lester E. Hosto Distinguished Award. Kari, it is an honor to present you with this award.
Oh my goodness. This is a big, beautiful room full of people, and it's been an amazing few days here at NABP. Thank you, NABP, my nominators, staff, all of you have been my mentors here. It's a big group and it's like family. I am really in good company with former Hosto winners like Mark Hardy, Jay Campbell, Andrew Funk, up here name dropping, Kurt Lee, Phil Burgess, and so many more of you who've been my respected peers and mentors and friends. It is humbling and makes me happy to the core to receive an award from an organization that I trust, admire, and have respected since my very first meeting. I am so very blessed and grateful to have been a part of NABP, as it is really the best organization. I'd like to thank a few wonderful people. After listening to our speakers yesterday, I decided to include a man who taught me really about empathy as a supervisor. And I think that's such an important thing in today's world. While I was caring for my dying husband in 2006, he said, "You've taken most of your vacation, don't take any more. I don't care if you work 10 minutes or 10 hours in a day, you'll be paid for 8 hours a day because taking care of your husband is really what you need to do right now." What a blessing Ron Perry was when I needed it. I think we can all be there for our staff. I'd also like to thank my daughter, my one daughter, Shannon-Koenders, Veldkamp now, she just got married, and her husband Isaac. They couldn't be here today, they really wanted to. Also, I wanted to thank that big tall guy there, Mike Reby, who keeps me sane. He's my fishing and life partner for about 15 years and is here to support me as always. Thanks, Mike, for your patience and grace. I know it's not easy. My staff deserves credit, as they have been incredible. In fact, Tyler Letch is here today. He's been the lead compliance officer. And perhaps some of you have heard a rumor. I'd like to introduce you to the new executive director of the South Dakota Board of Pharmacy, Tyler Letch. He'll do an amazing job. And I'm very happy for him. So you'll have someone else from South Dakota to mentor now. I guess I'm retiring. That feels so weird. It doesn't seem real. I've really, really loved this job. Most days, of course. I'll miss you all, friends, and I hope to continue to be involved in NABP in one way or another. These meetings are kind of like family reunions, someone said last night, and I thought, only with your favorite relatives, though. My parents were very hardworking people, full of fun and successful at nearly everything they tried. My dad was a South Dakota grain dealer, fertilizer plant owner, and legislator who instilled in me that hunting, fishing, hard work, investing, and a good rain are some of the best things in life. If something needed to be done, he always said, "Let's get it done." My mom was a super strong lady who could not say no to a request to chair a committee or do volunteer work for any organization that needed her. I'm kind of a combination of both of them, and my friends say I'll be busier in retirement than I am right now. I don't know about that, but when Al called me to tell me I was the recipient, I was totally dumbfounded, in shock, and could only eke out an, "Oh my God, shut up. You did not just say that." He spoke for a bit about the meeting. I hung up and screamed, "I just told Al Carter to shut up. I hope he'll talk to me." I've had the absolute best and most fulfilling career and have practiced in nearly all areas of pharmacy except for nuclear. Were there days, blood, sweat, and tears? Of course. No one said it would be easy, and it's not. I try and instill that in our P4 regulatory rotation interns that we have at the board, because I think it's so important for them to know, especially in this day and age. One of my distinct honors in my position has been to be the board representative to recite the oath of the pharmacist to our graduates. Just had to do that a couple weeks ago, actually. It always gives me chills, much like that rendition of the national anthem that Alex sang yesterday. Wasn't that amazing? She's so good. So we all kind of go into pharmacy or to public service to help people. That's built in our DNA, every single one of us. But we rarely receive accolades. We always try and do our best, don't always know the full impact of that, and there are really no bonus objectives in the world of public service. Helping people is not always a huge life-saving thing, although I love it when I hear pharmacists doing that. It's often just the little things. So we're one of those small states, albeit very small, with a small staff, that answers our telephone. Sounds strange, right? And of course, I seem to be the go-to if there's a person who's completely confused about medications, life, the system, PDMP, barely speaks English, or is just plain crazy and wants to talk. They all come to me. They are usually at their wits' ends. So I do try and help them. I've recommended suicide hotline and 511 helpline, along with myriad other resources to them. Not really our place, right? My bosses at the health department would certainly say that. But it's why we answer the phone. It makes a difference, and often it makes for hilarious stories later. Have y'all ever had the thought, I should write a book? Because I'm sure a lot of us have those types of stories. Also, with such a simple thing like answering the phone, someone can get a quick controlled substance question answered. Our philosophy is really that we answer questions and help licensees and registrants do the right thing through education. And that's kind of how we've always done it, at least since I've been at the board. We have conferences when a pharmacy wants to start a new technology or some other process that they want to get our board buy-in to help with that. And we often have them come to the board just to tell the board about it so they're familiar with it. Sometimes they have to vote to allow a variance to have something like that. If we see something wrong in inspection, generally we try to teach them how to do it right. If it is a big concern, obviously there's that whole process that you have to go back with an action plan and deadlines and circling back and all of that. But generally, we just try and tell them how to do it right, teach them, educate. I think that's so important. We get a lot of accolades that say that you guys aren't like other boards, and we kind of like that, but they may get a Mother Koenders threatening letter or a phone call that says, if the feds came in and saw this, they will levy huge fines. So I can be a pretty big talker and a pretty cranky old Mother Koenders if I really have to. But we don't do reciprocal discipline in our state. We don't have real fining authority either, so we can't. But unless someone's been hurt in our state. So we just don't find that to be a fair practice unless it's affected our patients. We respect our licensees. We hear it every week. Thank you for the very prompt response, or thank you for answering our phone, or the one that really makes me crazy is thank you for actually talking to me. I can't believe it. Someone at the board talked to me. I encourage you to do the same. I know we have a small state and we're all really busy, but I think you could affect the mental health of someone. It can be horribly traumatic out there these days, and mental health is so fragile. Most of my staff tries to make someone's day every day just by smiling through the phone and with the public that calls. I guess it's why people say we're kind of South Dakota nice. That's one of the things people say who travel through our country, or our state. In this environment, it's tough in the pharmacy, tough in the world, tough to make ends meet, tough in our political environment, which is divisive, negative. I ask that you just consider responding in a way that is South Dakota nice. Making someone's day really feels pretty good, and you can help with President Newsom's initiative in that way as well. This award makes my heart full and is such an unexpected honor. I am so very touched and honored. In closing, a quote from an admired golfer, Ben Hogan: as we walk down the fairway of life, you must smell the roses, for you only get to play one round. Thank you, God bless, take care, and I hope to see you all again.